What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Silva versus Arnold delivered one of the most exciting fights on the card and quickly became a fan favorite. From the opening round, both fighters were exchanging heavy shots, showing no hesitation to stand and trade. The pace was high, the action was constant, and the matchup stayed extremely close from start to finish. In the final 40 seconds of the fight, things got even more dramatic. Silva pointed down to the canvas in a moment similar to Max Holloway, inviting Allen to trade in the center. Seconds later, he suddenly jumped forward and attacked, catching Allen off guard and sealing the momentum in his favor. When the scorecards were read, Silva earned a unanimous decision victory. However, one judge scored the bout 30-27, which many fans and analysts felt was completely unreasonable given how competitive the fight was. Reactions quickly poured in online. Ben Askren joked that if you surf on someone's back, that should count as a 10-8 round. Chisanga Malata questioned how anyone could see the fight as a clean sweep. Aaron Bronstetter said before and after the fight that he would not be surprised if Silva's next appearance is for the featherweight title. The Weasel also praised both fighters, calling it an incredible 3-round battle. He noted that Allen's footwork stood out early, but Silva's aggression in the second round shifted the fight. Silva carried that momentum into the third, with his creative movement and explosive attacks. After the win, Silva kept it simple, posting, "Doubt me now," sending a clear message to critics and contenders alike. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo, a fight that generated plenty of discussion both before and after the final bell. Heading into the matchup, Figueiredo missed weight by 2.5 pounds and was fined 25% of his purse. That immediately raised concerns about his preparation and mindset going into such an important bout. When the fight finally took place, Umar went on to win by unanimous decision. On paper, it was a clear victory, but many fans and analysts were left unimpressed by what they considered a slow and cautious performance. Several voices in the MMA community shared similar opinions. Danny Segura described Umar as a great fighter but boring, saying that he takes just enough risks to secure the win and nothing more. The Weasel echoed that sentiment, pointing out that Figueiredo looked flat and disengaged for most of the fight, showing urgency only once. According to him, Umar easily cruised to a decision over Figgy. Benny P also weighed in, suggesting that the performance was not enough to earn Umar an immediate title shot. He predicted that Umar might next face the winner of O'Malley versus Yadong, while Yan potentially rematches Merab. After the fight, Umar addressed the criticism and shared his perspective. He admitted that he expected a tougher challenge and felt the fight was easier than many of his recent sparring sessions. He even mentioned that fighters like Manel Kape and Tigre Magomedov had given him more difficult rounds in training. Umar explained that he tried to push forward and fight aggressively, aiming to perform like a killer. However, he said it becomes difficult to put on an exciting and competitive fight when an opponent refuses to engage. In his view, he did his best with the circumstances he was given. Moving on to another news, we now turn to the strange and unexpected fight between Waldo Cortes-Acosta and Derrick Lewis. From the start, the matchup had an unusual rhythm, but things became especially confusing in the second round. During the round, Derrick Lewis suddenly slipped and fell to the canvas. Instead of immediately trying to get back up, he chose to stay down for several moments. Waldo Cortes-Acosta quickly recognized the opportunity and rushed in, landing a series of heavy punches on the grounded Lewis. The referee had no choice but to step in, giving Acosta the victory by TKO. After the fight, Acosta confidently called out Curtis Blades, signaling that he is ready for bigger challenges in the heavyweight division. Fans and fighters alike reacted quickly to the bizarre ending. Alan Juban compared the moment to something out of an Anderson Silva highlight, while spinning backfist joked that Lewis looked like he slipped on a banana peel. The Weasel said that Waldo completely outclassed Lewis, pointing to the speed and athletic gap between them. He added that Lewis appeared to accept defeat in that moment. Vince Morales said Lewis got Anderson Silva versus Forrest Griffin, while Derek Brunson praised Acosta's fight IQ, saying it is years ahead of his experience. Moving on to another news, the co-main event between Sean O'Malley and Song Yadong delivered an exciting bantamweight clash. Ahead of the fight, Merab tweeted at O'Malley, writing, "Let's go Sugar Sean. Make me look good, please. Lol." Fans were curious to see if O'Malley would live up to the hype. In round one, both fighters traded sharp shots, with Song repeatedly chopping at O'Malley's lead leg. Late in the round, O'Malley nearly locked in a guillotine, showing off his dangerous submission skills. Round 2 saw Song take control, dictating the pace and landing clean shots while mixing in solid leg kicks. O'Malley stayed composed, looking for opportunities to counter. The third round belonged to O'Malley, who landed crisp combinations and even connected with a nasty knee to Song's face, swinging momentum firmly in his favor. By the end, O'Malley secured the win and left the crowd impressed. Merab reacted enthusiastically, saying, "That feels right, Sugar Sean. So happy for you, brother." Petroyan joked, "Just woke up. Anything important happened?" Bilal Muhammad simply noted, "Sean took that one." The Weasel described it as a close fight, highlighting O'Malley's effective range striking and Song's strong leg kicks and takedowns. Matt Brown shared his scorecard, giving O'Malley the first and third rounds, suggesting a 30-24 finish. Sean Sheehan pointed out that Merab was the happiest man after the night, emphasizing that none of the 4 bantamweights fully stamped their dominance yet, hinting at potential future matchups. Moving on to another news, Michael Chandler is still holding out hope for a fight with Conor, even after Dana White publicly said that it is not going to happen. Despite that statement, Chandler continues to believe that the matchup makes the most sense for his career and remains the fight he wants more than any other. While appearing on the UFC's official podcast ahead of UFC 324, Chandler spoke openly about his future, possible opponents, and where his mindset is heading into the next stage of his journey. He explained that when it comes to logic and common sense, the Conor fight is still the most obvious option. In his view, the most obvious solution should usually be the right one, and for him, that solution is facing Conor inside the octagon. However, Chandler also admitted that he has reached a point where he is learning to accept whatever comes his way. If the Conor fight does not happen, he is prepared to move forward and focus on other major opportunities. Chandler said that over time, he has felt a sense of rejuvenation and renewed motivation. After spending so long with his sights set on one specific matchup, he understands that disappointment can happen. If that dream falls apart, he is ready to shift his focus. What matters most to him now is getting big fights, competing against top-level opponents, and proving that he still belongs among the elite. He also reflected on his most recent performance, stating that it did not truly represent his abilities, passion, or dedication to the sport. According to Chandler, there were outside circumstances that affected his preparation and mindset. Because of that, he believes fans have not yet seen the best version of him. He feels confident that he still has the fire and skill to compete at the highest level. When discussing other possible opponents, Chandler mentioned several high-profile names, including Max, Charles, and Arman. He acknowledged that Arman is always vocal and active in calling out other fighters. At the same time, Chandler remained realistic about his position in the division. He admitted that after losing his last fight, it is hard to justify jumping straight into a matchup with someone ranked near the top. Still, Chandler emphasized that he is not obsessed with rankings. He sees this sport as unpredictable, where opportunities can appear at any moment. His approach now is simple. Whatever fight comes his way, he will accept it and prepare to deliver his best performance. Even so, the hope for Conor remains alive. Chandler joked about the idea of Conor showing up at the White House and laughed about how people are hesitant to ask Dana about it. In the end, he made it clear that he will keep believing, keep working, and keep chasing big moments, no matter what direction his career takes next. Moving on to another news. Cameron Smotherman has spoken out for the first time following the frightening weigh-in incident that took place ahead of UFC 324. During Friday's official weigh-ins, the bantamweight collapsed face first, just moments after successfully making weight. The sudden fall shocked everyone in attendance and immediately raised concerns about his health and safety. On-site medical staff rushed to his side within seconds, carefully helping him off the stage and providing immediate treatment. He was then transported to a nearby hospital for further evaluation. Later that day, the UFC confirmed that Smotherman had undergone CT scans of his head and neck, received a few sutures for minor injuries, and was eventually cleared and discharged. Following the incident, fans across social media expressed serious concern, with many speculating that an extreme weight cut may have caused the collapse. On Friday night, Smotherman released his first public statement to address those worries and reassure supporters that he is doing well. He began by thanking everyone for the overwhelming number of messages and the genuine concern shown toward him. Smotherman said he truly appreciated the support and wanted people to know that he is completely okay. He explained that he is feeling good physically and mentally, even though the situation was scary. Smotherman admitted that he is still not entirely sure what caused him to collapse. He addressed the online rumors directly, saying that many people assumed it was due to a brutal weight cut. However, he he strongly denied those claims. According to him, he did not cut much weight at all for this fight and came in fairly low compared to previous camps. He explained that throughout the entire week, his weight management was under control and far from extreme. Because of that, he does not believe dehydration or weight cutting was the main issue. Instead, he said there may be other factors involved that doctors are still trying to identify. Smotherman revealed that he has more medical tests scheduled in the coming weeks to help determine exactly what happened. He said he wants to fully understand the situation before returning to competition and putting his health at risk again. Despite the uncertainty, he remained optimistic. He reassured fans once again that he is feeling fine and grateful for the support. He also apologized to his opponent for the situation and any inconvenience it caused. Smotherman ended his message by saying he hopes to be back soon and stronger than ever. For now, his focus remains on recovery, answers, and making sure he is fully healthy before stepping back into the octagon. Moving on to another news, Dana White later addressed the media and shared his reaction to the frightening incident that took place at the UFC 324 weigh-ins. Speaking honestly, Dana admitted that even he does not have all the answers about what caused the collapse, especially when doctors themselves are still trying to figure it out. He explained that if medical professionals cannot clearly identify the reason, there is no way he can pretend to know. According to Dana, there are countless possibilities that could lead to something like that happening. It could be nerves, anxiety, exhaustion, or something completely unrelated to weight cutting. He pointed out that people sometimes faint in everyday situations, even at weddings, showing that incidents like this can happen unexpectedly. Despite how serious it looked, Dana said he was relieved that the outcome was not worse. He mentioned that Smotherman fell face first without even putting his hands out, which made the situation especially terrifying. The first thing he asked backstage was whether the fighter still had his teeth. Thankfully, the injuries were limited to a few stitches on his chin, and nothing more serious was discovered. Dana described the incident as scary and horrible in the moment, but said it ended in the best possible way considering how bad it could have been. He emphasized that everyone involved was grateful the fighter was able to walk away and recover. During the same media session, Dana was also asked about weight cutting and whether more can be done to prevent situations like this. He acknowledged that there is always room for improvement. The UFC continues to invest in the Performance Institute and offers fighters professional support, nutrition guidance, and medical monitoring. However, Dana admitted that weight cutting will probably always be an issue in combat sports. He explained that not every fighter chooses to use the resources available to them. Some decide to handle things their own way, even if it carries risks. He said that fighters are grown men and women who ultimately make their own decisions. If they choose not to seek help, there is only so much the organization can do. Dana added that athletes are constantly looking for any possible advantage, and weight cutting is often seen as part of that competitive mindset. In the end, Dana made it clear that while the UFC will continue trying to improve safety and support, personal responsibility will always play a major role. Incidents like this are taken seriously, but eliminating risk entirely is nearly impossible in such a demanding sport. Moving on to another news. The main event between Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje delivered an absolute war that fans will remember for a long time. Heading into the fight, Paddy made headlines by purchasing 250 UFC tickets, reportedly spending around $150,000 so that his family and friends could watch him compete live. From the opening bell, it was clear both fighters came to put on a show. The first round started fast and furious, with both athletes landing clean, significant shots. Gaethje managed to drop Pimblett against the cage with powerful strikes, but he allowed him back up, keeping the fight competitive. Near the end of the round, Pimblett suffered an accidental eye poke, but was able to continue despite the setback. Round 2 continued the back-and-forth action. Gaethje swung aggressively, while Pimblett countered effectively, landing several leg kicks. Late in the round, Gaethje dropped Pimblett again, leaving him in a precarious position, but he survived until the bell. Replay footage suggested Pimblett may have been poked in the eye once more during the exchange. In round 3, the action remained intense. Both fighters exchanged heavy strikes, and Pimblett accidentally landed a knee to Gaethje's groin. Gaethje took time to recover, but was able to continue. Up to that point, Pimblett had been relentless with leg kicks, testing Gaethje's durability. Round 4 saw Gaethje take control, landing heavy shots and asserting dominance. It became evident that Pimblett was taking significant damage, but he continued to push forward. The 5th and final round was everything fans hoped for, with both fighters trading back and forth, leaving everything in the octagon. Ultimately, Justin Gaethje scored the victory, but Pimblett earned massive respect for his heart, resilience, and courage throughout the battle. The community quickly shared their reactions. Arman said, "This clown couldn't beat Gaethje on antibiotics." Dustin Poirier welcomed Pimblett to the big leagues, calling it a win for the legends. Islam Makhachev commented, "What was brought on a platter turned out to be inedible," while Khabib said, "Just engage. Absolutely legend." Bilal Muhammad highlighted Gaethje's consistent bonus potential, and Henry Cejudo called it one of the greatest fights of all time. Michael Chiesa praised it as the first main event of 2026, delivering vintage Gaethje and a tremendous performance from Pimblett. Umar Nurmagomedov simply wrote, "What a fight. Wow." Alan Juban noted Pimblett's success despite mistakes, and Jared Gordon added, "Hats off to both men." Adrian Yanez called it a perfect way to kick off the Paramount Plus era, while Paulo Costa praised their durability and even joked that Dana White should give the fighters all $400,000 for their efforts. Corey Anderson remarked that Pimblett's face probably hurt since round 2, and Brad Tavares summed it up perfectly. What a fight. Gaethje proved once again why he is called the human highlight reel.